Muni Muni Mahamunaya Soha Tayata 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 ho muni muni Mahamunaya soha. 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 Jayata 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 Ho Muni Mahamunaya Soha. Tayata Ho Muni 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 Muni Mahamunaya Soha.
Den dishin sheba jachomba yantaba zobe sanje riba dan shaso dem devar sheba jiten kemba kebu dulbe kaloju lana mebal hadami nam ye tumba sanje chumden den pelgawa shakya tuba chatsalo chudon kyapsu chewo Tumba chumden den dishin sheba da chomba yantaba zobe sanje riba dan shaso Devara sheba jiten kemba kibu dulve kalo juba lana mepal hadami namje tumba san chumden den pelgawa shakya tuba la chatselo chudon kyapsu chewo Tumba chumden den dishin sheba da chomba yantaba zobe san Riba dan shaso denba devara sheba jiten kemba kebu dulbe kaloj Lana mebal hadami namje tumba sanje chumden den pelgawa shakya tuva chatsalo chudon kyapsu chewo So kedam ze sachen de la gomba dunbo ne ngani jiten tena choche son tese keba kyola cha tselo namda kunga chodo susawa hishe gyatso sege lumbo jaya chawa jete tsuna lamewa gombo chonyi kela cha tselo sencho denwa jime dave sado dawa kela cha Tselo tulda kida siva sumaji Nyame kenchen kila cha Tselo gombo tuje chedemba
Tamte tembe tambao
Sono yunten gyatsa shin Techen shala cha Tselo tabe tu cha
Tawa gyura
Gewen
gyana
yason le
tole
duche Chido donram chogyurwa Shigyur chala cha Jolna jobe lamyante lava dala ratone Shinge thamba yunten genden layan chatse Lord, do not commit any unwholesome actions. Engage in perfect wholesome actions. Subdue one's mind. This is the teaching of the Buddha. A star, a defective view, a butter lamp thing, an illusion, a dewdrop, a water bubble, a dream, lightning, a cloud. See all causative phenomena like this.
So,
by these merits may transmigratory beings in the state of all sin subdue the enemy of falls and be freed from the ocean of samsara, disturbed by the waves of aging, sickness, and death. The indestructible, inconceivable, and inexpressible perfection of wisdom, unproduced, unceasing, the nature of space, object of the uniquely knowing transcendental wisdom, to the mother of the victorious ones of the 3 times
I'm just going to mention this, just one word. Well, we just recited the Kama the Buddhist teaching advice, very important advice. Yeah, about impermanence-death, remind that very important meditation that you see now the body, this you want to cherish more than all the sentient beings, more than numberless helpless, hungerless animal, human being, the numberless universe, numberless human being, numberless actually. From all this, then this body you cherish the most. Now you clean, so you clean, as I sit there. You kill me. I watch it so much. So I mean, they clean and take care of the most. Take care of the most. I mean, you spend $1 million, and you know, so for this, we say take care of the most. You know, you do everything. After work, how many minutes you have? You spend time to exercise, to go around, to jogging around the city, you know, do anything, exercise, and everything, you know, everything, to not get cancer, to not get diabetes, to not get, that's it, to not get, eventually means to not die. Eventually means to not die. So everything, you do everything, exercise and medicine and checking and all the time. put so much effort for this body. I spent, if you count all the money, then, $1 million a year. I mean, for years, if you count, if you don't $1 million, but, then the rich people, of course, it's very easy to spend $1 million. But anyway, listen, with this body, next day, cemetery, and the fire, hands and heads, happen, and you see a skeleton body and bone burnt on your body in the fire, the wood. So next day that can happen any time. To remember that again and remember the near future, future not after 1,000 years, no, but it can be tomorrow, the next day, even the same day or next day, it can happen. It's very much to happen. So to remember that, impermanence-death, while you're eating food, while you're eating $1,000, what you can get? $1,000. $1,000 food, what you can get? Huh? What? Anyway, I'll tell you what, the next day can be on the cemetery in the firewood or in the wooden box, coffin, can never next day. It all change. You spend all your whole life to check out this. Very good to remember this impermanence-death. Regularly so that it helps mind to not create problem to you and to others. Exaggeration, so much problem in the life. Unbelievable problem you create for you, for others. So there's no point, no purpose. Just torturing yourself. So, so all the sufferings, all the hardships that you do for this body, I didn't bring my not very good memory, so I didn't bring my text. See, all the suffering, all the hardships, okay? This is control purpose, okay? All the hardships for this body. I'm talking in the world. I'm talking even the villages around here, or in the country. Poor people, villagers, unbelievable hardships they have to go through to sustain this body. You know, they have to get up early morning, so much hard work all day long. So much hard work they have to do in the field, carrying heavy things. I mean, so much swimming money. Unbelievable hard work, unbelievable hard work. They worry for years, whole life. It's the villagers, I mean, similar in the West. I mean, it's different countries, there's different way hard work, unbelievable hard work. You know, so the Congo see there. So they do business, so they go trekking. Trekking's easier, the business. So they bring yaks on the mountain. There's no road, so all rocks like this. And they push the yaks, carrying huge loads, and then they build themselves carrying huge loads. And then they pull the so much hard work, and they risk also the avalanche. Oh, there are many problems. Yes, some of the hardships to take care of the family. Some of the hardships. Worry fear, day and night. And unbelievable hardships. That's for this body to take care of the body. You know, and unbelievable hardships. You don't know the mountain people where was born, they hard work their life, how they sustain, how to unbelievable hard work. So you have no idea. On the villages. Similar in the West. So, you know, so everything for this body, all the worry, fears, and all the experiences for this body. You know, the sicknesses, one after another sicknesses, all together, many sicknesses at the same time. Go to hospital and pay money and for this body, lamachen. And you go to examine every year to make sure all not get sickness, not get cancer, not see everything, you do everything with this body. But listen here. But see, everything done with attachment. Everything done with attachment to this. But you see, it's not done with the bodhicitta, or it's not done with the good heart, benefit others. This body, to benefit for all sentient beings. Like we are here with bodhicitta, you understand? Bodhicitta benefit to every helplings, every hunger, numberless helping, numberless animal, numberless human, numberless even just the world of people, even for the people in the world. You understand? Well, there's no nothing like that. No way, very far from bodhicitta. So we see nothing like that. And then we see not even for your, you see, being all the hardship, agreeing all this in the Dharma with the attachment to this life, it's all Dharma. So you see, then you see, it's all Dharma with the attachment to this life. So it's the whole motivation, that whole life. Everything different. Then you see, everything become good karma or negative karma. Everything become negative karma. Every single action, body, spirit, mind, whatever you do, day and night, like rainfall, negative karma. Then you see, now, then one day you die. Then you see, there's no hope to be born. Even the embodiment of the happy chance of my group in the human body, no. That's become very far. So Lord then picture life, picture lives. Lord, that even for eons of so much suffering, the suffering is not just suffering, but worse suffering. Heavy suffering among the sufferings, large suffering, or the inhabiting suffering. Wow. Even small human beings, you see heavy suffering for human beings, but it become great peace for this small suffering compared to small suffering held. And that's unbelievable. So, picture life, no, this picture life is, you dare not think of picture life because it's, not just 1 hour, no, not just 1 year, no. It's for such a length of time. Unbelievable. For some say hours. No, they cannot bear to think life beyond this life. You cannot think. It's unbearable, unthinkable. So that. So life. So total hallucination. Total hallucination of the life. Total hallucination. Besides the emptiness, truly existent hallucination, live beside that. Just very gross. Total hallucination. You don't think impermanence every day in life. Like think every day you think you're going to live long, many years. Even the same day you're going to die, you think in the morning. And even car accident before your car accident, 5 minutes before you're going to live for many years. Even a car accident, whatever, so heart attack, whatever. So this is the wrong concept, teach you totally. So even you met Dharma, even your opportunity to practice Dharma, but it's the wrong concept teaches you. So that you're going to live a long time. So you see, same billionaires, poor people, so much hardships, physical hardships, mind. Poor people, or the billionaires, zillionaires, so much discontentment, dissatisfaction, unbelievable dissatisfaction, so much. So you try to get everything what you can find in this world in you. Even you have, but you didn't get happiness from that. You don't get happiness. Happiness as the wealth increases, your happiness didn't increase. Your happiness is mind, not body, increase. So more unhappiness. There's more dissatisfaction. So you didn't get happiness. So mind is so worried, mind is so unhappy. Even more wealth, the mind. So dissatisfaction, so much unhappiness, unbelievable. So I think I told you already. I think some students here, some older students, not the teachings. Then he was teaching, and he was giving teaching in Delhi, and so he was saying, example in Delhi, the people. So the poor people in the hot sun, they walk in the road. They walk in the road, and then they see in the house and they see in the house from outside, they can see all those people who live in the house, and so they have fans, they have air conditioning. Wow, they're so attracted. So the things like God's realm, like God's realm, they're so happy. So, yeah, then those people, look at down there, these simple people walking the road, then they have so much dissatisfaction, problems, mental problems, even there's no physical problems. Cancer, but not mental problem, relationship problem, business problem, you see. So they think, oh, these poor people, no problem. These poor people, so they have no problem. They have no responsibility. This is, they have no responsibility. They have no problem. This life is so good today, so simple. They're attracted there to their life, so like that in the world, rich people are attracted. I think sometimes it may be too much problem. Doesn't matter how much you have, $1 billion, but sometimes people say so much problem, relationship, this and that, competition, business, whatever. So you may be interested in small bird, butterfly. You may be interested in life of butterfly, and you may be interested in birds, and maybe monkeys or maybe some animal. Maybe interested in the problem. Or the relationship, the business problems. Sometimes even that can happen. So you attract their life. Also the body, physical body, you are attacked. So it's possible sometimes that you die with that, and you get born at that. So anyway, so what I'm saying is that, so then about this life. Then it's very beautiful to, how much wealth you obtain, difficult to satisfy, and really happiness, satisfy what will. What are hardships? So including climbing Mount Everest, you can't say it's for sure you can come back home, but so much risk in the life. So you should go when hundreds of people crowd, land up like this. Anyway, this is just one example, but there may not the case why so much danger for life. So much danger, in spite of that you do all those things for money, to get money, to get a reputation. So anyway, so like that. So you see, but they use the hardship, they use the body to practice Dharma, to achieve at least liberation from samsara, the everlasting happiness, the real happiness, the blissful state of peace for oneself, no suffering, forever. Not just years or few weeks or like holiday, no, forever. You see, use all the hardships you bear, use this body to achieve ultimate happiness. Wow, so good, even for yourself, at least for yourself. Wow. Then now, at least all the hardships use, all the hardships experience is use this body to achieve liberation from samsara. Liberation from samsara. You see, as I was saying, the body of the happy transforming human body, Sura body, Deva human body. What is more opportunity for happiness? You see, to next life to get that, instead of being reborn Lord, so to get a rebirth, at least after this life. So you use the hardships, this body to achieve, has used this body to achieve the happiness in next life, next lives, next one, lives. So practice morality, charity. So that all the whatever hardships there is, you experience. You use this body for that to achieve happiness in the future lives. Future lives, all the future lives, not just one. All the future lives. How that is so good. Even the last thing, how that is so good, so worthwhile. Last thing. The last thing. Last Dharma. To be all the hardships for Dharma practice. The other way, to bear all the hardships, practice Dharma. Use this body to achieve happiness all the coming future lives. You understand? Oh, you see how that's so good. So good. The other way, all the hardships, all the worry, fears, all this. Yeah, so to take this body, or to create nikrama, to be reborn Lord, the person has no idea. To create a nikrama is all attachment in killing this life. It's all Dharma. So, and then this person has no idea. So, normal people in the world don't have no idea, don't know. Maybe some who knows what means Dharma, they might when you think, they might recognize your life. So worry, all the worry, fear, all the hardships, ambulance and danger for your life, everything, like danger, there is a danger in life, everything you experience. You see, to take out this body, for achieve happiness for this life. Reputation is one thing, money, so like that. But you see, what happens after that? What happens after that? Death, then you see, good Lord, for unbelievable on the time for eons. So the unthinkable. You dare not think next lives. Of your next lives, you dare not think. You come to know karma. You dare not think. It's unbearable. So that. So all the being hardships, worry, fear, everything for this life to get a reputation. That's happiness, but it's not real happiness. Happiness, temporary happiness, which is natural suffering. So like that. So however, you bear all the hardship, danger of life, cost. So to obtain things which have no meaning, which has no meaning, no meaning, no purpose, no meaning. So the whole action is with motivation that, so therefore It's only karma to be born Lordship, to burn samsara, to burn Lordship. But heavy suffering for such incredible time. Yeah, so all that. You see, if all those hardships, or if all those hardships, what beer experience, it's all about Dharma. If all this is done for Dharma practice, wow, it's all done for Dharma practice. You know, to practice Dharma. Utilize this body to practice Dharma. So you at least you have death, happy death at the end of life, the happy death, no worry, no fear. Then all your life there will be incredible happiness. Your life will be so much fulfilling to yourself. Fulfilling to yourself. All your life, so much happiness. You see, all like that. So, how much for Dharma practice, how much hardship you experience for Dharma? Use your body, this body. How much? Oh. So, see, then you achieve unified state by the enlightenment, unification of the holy body, the whole mind. The unified state was there in the brief lifetime of dictionary time. So like Milarepa was not ordained person but lay person. Also Marpa is Guru Marpa, so not ordained lay person, lay aspect, but it's enlightened being. Marpa is enlightened being. It's Hiruka, it's Vajradhara. So Milarepa didn't have even 1 rupee, even 1 rupee. But we think, oh, I have to walk this walk, or past I must a lot of money, oh, I must do this walk, I must finish this, I must finish do that, or I must prepare this. Is there so much thing to prepare to finish? You know, we are conditioned, they're not sure. By the time, after a few years, which is a few years, and by the time whether you're alive, not sure, even you are alive, or that time, by the time whether you are alive or not, by the time whether you are alive or not, you can't predict, you can't tell. So you know, you want to find, or you want to make money, or even go to retreat, then I need a lot of money, or I need many things, and do this, then after that, when I got everything, then I'll do retreat, then I practice Dharma. I want to tell you, maybe I mentioned, but not to mention here. I have one brother, not brother, what? Not brother, cousin, I don't know what to call him. I think, maybe, I don't know, father side or mother side. I don't remember, maybe a father side. So anyway, his name I forgot now. Maybe Pemba. I think it's maybe Pemba. Pemba is a Saturday. Maybe he was born. I was born Monday, I think. So my name is called Dawa Cheters. But they called, I don't know who called him, much my father, I think. Dawa. I was born Monday, the Dawa, so Monday. So spring Dharma. They call baby's time, they call name Monday, spreading Dharma, Holy Dharma. Monday, spreading Holy Dharma. So that was chapter. Even when I was born, so I must be a father. I don't think mother. So they call like that. So I think he must be born. He's a Pemba, so I think he must be born Tuesday, and then Saturday. So he, I think he was trekking things, but I think later on he went to France. He met a friend's wife, when he lived near England. I don't know the name of the place. Married and got a few daughters. So he came to meet me when I went to Bata Yogini Center. But that time there was no center. I don't know which city, the town or whatever. Bata Yogini. Lever, maybe lever. I don't know. That's one town or city, I'm not sure. Those coast ranged. So I was staying some distance from there. I think a French town or a Spanish town. Maybe Spanish town, I don't know, but the shape of the town is a building. So I was, they rented a room there. So they came to see me, his wife and some daughters. So I was giving mother present for them. I don't think, at least the mother and him and mother, his wives. Give mother presents to that Roman Peru. And then he said, "Oh, no, I don't need mala now, but only when I become very old, then I need mala to someone." So he has the idea. You see, he was young that time, so he doesn't need Roman Peru. But only he became very old, then that time he will start Roman Peru. That was just one idea. Only you practice Dharma only when you become very old. Where you can't do much, can't walk and can't then practice Dharma. But anyway, just another excuse or another obstacle, not by not knowing, by ignorance. So he said like that. I just remembered. He doesn't need mother now, but when he becomes very old, then he is. Then that time he recites for mother. But he doesn't know. He doesn't know that can happen any time. He didn't die yet. He did drink so much wine. Usually, Sherpas, the wine is sort of the main thing in their life. What, for working, for anything, wine is there. Then, when they become intoxicated, then, fight. Well, if you have liberating things to some people, then they fight, because you can't hide that time. Otherwise you can hide, but then that time you gotta hide. It comes out. So the fight, so he drinks what he could not control, so they fight, break everything in the house. Then she has to call police, and then he came to live here. I said, needs another, I think. I haven't been there, but I heard. So he called the tender, the one who brings food. So it means he made a lot of potato pancakes, this much, I think. So many. He offered to than the tree. He offered than the tree. So he was living alone. He didn't have his wife. In England, yeah, I met her a few times. Then I think now maybe I went to west to meet his family, and so that so it is said by 7th Dalai Lama, Jawa Kasang Jaswa. Zengninji can be Jawati. So this body is like a sack filled with kaka. You know, Zengnin, bad substance, it's just a bad substance. So this kind of skeleton, blood, flesh, you know. Oh yeah, the instrument, the pakaka people, all that, you know, so sack filled with kaka, you know, for example, Zengnin Chikame Jawati. Jalwa is a sack filled with the bad substance, maybe like kaka or something like that. Jawati, Zengnin Chikame Jawati. Then this wants body, Zengnin Chikame Jawati, the adjourned waters and vegetables. Zengnin Chikame Jawati, lose the kutuso. So you take this body, you know. So this sack filled with kaka, you know. Then it is my body. Take it to my body. Then taking it like burden. This is taking the burden. My body, then this is taking the burden. Like you carry burden, that's you carry the burden this one. I don't know what the look today. All the suffering that we experience, I remember exactly what the meaning is. So, all the suffering that we have been experiencing from the past, that means from the beginning, not only from this morning, not only from birth, no, from beginning to birth. Not only this body, it's a different body from beginning to birth. So all that kind of sack of kaka and this kind of saying bad substance, so that's you say them. Then Rangi read the look that it's my body and taking this burden. Rangi read the look them. All the sufferings that we experience from past come from this. All the sufferings that you experience from past come from this. Surpass means from beginners to birth. Come from this. So you see, COVID, listen, COVID, come from this. Cancer, come from this. You understand? Cancer, come from this. Without, if you don't have this body, you have no cancer. No way to get cancer, no way to get COVID. You understand? Clear your mind. So, diarrhea, diarrhea. If your body, you have diarrhea. You understand? You have a headache, if your body. You have a headache, you have toothache. You understand? Without toothache, no headache, no toothache. You understand? So that what he explained from beginning of their birth up to now, all the suffering. From beginning of their birth, how much suffering he experienced up to now. This came from this body. Clear. Clear as I give example to you. Now, don't look at it. Don't look at it as a decoration to the suffering body. The suffering body, don't look at it as an ornament. It's a decoration. Don't look at it as a decoration. The suffering body, you don't look at it as decoration. Oh, I have this body, don't look at it. Don't look at the suffering body as decoration. Now, time, this, look at this. What decoration or something beauty or this body, you see, and then you see, now you recognize this suffering body, you don't follow that. So from beginning of the birth up to now, you've been following you've been taking care of this. So suffer up to now. You are not liberated from suffering. From this body, you are not liberated. So still suffer. From beginning to but still you suffer without end. If you don't renounce this samsara, this body, if you don't renounce, if you don't realize how the nature of suffering, you don't realize, then you attach to that, then continuously you create the cause of, this suffer without end in samsara. So, now you you turn behind to this suffering against. Suffering against, you turn behind. So realizing this nature of suffering, then you renounce. You're being attached. Being attached, then what happened from beginning is rebirth up to now is suffering. Not only from birth, not only from this morning. So then, so number of sentences become Buddha is because realizing but we have to general bodhicitta, to general bodhicitta comes from compassion, general compassion to normal sentiment. That comes from the renunciation, realizing your samsara, this body, nature of suffering. By realizing, recognize that, then you don't get attached, then you keep away from that, don't get attached. Keep away. So you are liberated from the suffering body. So, is not to attach being, working for this, So it's like except people who understand Dharma, who sincerely practice Dharma. Otherwise it looks whole life. You get education, college, university, after that. Oh, that's so tight. But it's all to get this body. Well, then poor people, so much hard assessment, so much most hardships. But besides my worry, so much hardships for people. Poor people, east to westward. Just to get this, with all the education to get this body. So, you see, there's a whole life, suffering life. So, it says people who practice Dharma, create happiness of his life, that beyond from this life. From that, even you didn't aim, but you get happiness in this life. Practice Dharma, you get happiness. Even though you didn't aim for that, but you get happiness by practicing Dharma. So beyond from this life, life to life, the happiness. So you use this body to practice Dharma, or where you do fasting, the food, drinks, for Dharma, to practice Dharma, to develop bodhicitta, to compassion, whole sentiment, so that you can serve, so that you can liberate sentiments by realizing, liberating yourself, by realizing emptiness, direct liberation. Then you can liberate others, you can bring them to enlightenment with bodhicitta. Nobody sentiment you can bring to enlightenment. So how much hardships to practice Dharma? So they use this body to, to bring sentient beings, numberless sentient beings, to free from oceans of suffering, to bring to enlightenment. Therefore, then you achieve omniscient mind. Then at least then to achieve liberation from samsara, blissful state, peace for yourself. At least. And then it's at least, even you cannot do that, at least all your future life to not suffer in samsara, so to have happiness. And the border of the happy transformation in all the future life. So you can do that. You can prepare. You can do that by using this body to practice Dharma. Morality, any hardship, experience to practice morality, cherish, support them. In the consideration, doing the preliminary practice and the prostrations, whatever, with all the hardships, tiredness, exhaustion, bearing all these hardships to practice Dharma. The body to good karma, not negative karma. In the samsara way, the people drawn to Dharma, or even though maybe somebody who knows what Dharma means, but unable to practice. So I see, they bear the suffering, as I mentioned before, danger of life. They bear the suffering to create, just for creating karma, therefore to be born in the Lord realm, back to the Lord realm, so they bear all the sufferings, all the dangers. As I mentioned before, climb Mount Everest, I'm just giving an example. So the danger for life and all that. But the karma is not good karma. Well, there was recently there's a famous singer, Nepalese singer Raju Lama, and Karuna Hospital. The doctor I invited for lunch. The singer, because I have new project that smoking cigarettes and sleeping. That's the worst thing in the environment. Health, worst thing for health, and the environment, worst thing. It causes war, famine disease, or contagious disease, or the danger of earthquakes, landslide, and the danger of water, no water, or so much water destroy water, fire, wind, because what environment, worst thing for environment. So I want with this long minutes, but I want this time I want this famous about prediction, so clear all the harms, what it can do, wherever you drink, what you smoke, the wind carries smell, the harm to not only human beings, non-human beings. There's nagas, landlords, there's many other beings, and they destroy the city. We don't see, but it is what happens. But destruction. Then what happens in the country? So much destruction happens in the country. So I want to advertise different great realized lamas. That's it. And the scientifics I haven't read, but I go to the science for how dangerous for health. So I put it there. Then so Titul, the monk who's in charge of all the monasteries in Nepal, so I asked him to help them. So he said, because I want to cover the skeleton body, smoking cigarette, and fires coming, and then destroying the world, the burn on the fire. So they may be costly, but so he said in that subjects for only a few pages. So then I explained how to make your life better life, more happiness. General advice of this life, but also next life. That's been. So the latter part, this Western science I haven't read, but I got so the people who don't much believe that later, then Western science what explained for health. I think environment, maybe they're not meant to net. So then the letter, Nanda gave me some science, maybe something, maybe not. So anyway, but it's gone to print, so what Nanda gave it didn't get to put inside yet. So the signature from famous people, singers in Nepal, so the first in Nepal I do. So that it can help the Nepal to not have all the dangers, what's happened in America, what's happened in China, all other countries, so much problems. What was it? So many problems. Even America regarded powerful country by weapon, by powerful country by money, or all world will look at its example. Right? So the problem happens in America, China, and all the rich countries. So the cat says yes. The cat says meow. He says yes. So Nepal was. Then after that, I want to rest of all the Western world is the favorite sign, and maybe some other famous movie actors or their sign. Maybe his illness, hopefully. So anyway, so I do like that. That's so good. Best one, and the best one for environment, to protect the environment, the health. So onto that. So I invited Raja Lama and doctor from Kopan Hospital. We Kopan Monastery helped them at the what do you call exchange blood. What's it called? Dialysis. Yeah, Kopan helped. So like that. I have a medicine Buddha statue about life size, in a big one, and I kept. Because in Solukhumbu, there are people dying without. That's the most poor people dying. Nobody look after them. Cannot make food, so then they die. So there are many people dying like that. So I want to start digital home. But it was not digital home, but this regard Amitabha home or something. You see, so that people maybe don't like digital home's name, you know. So anyway, it's for them to make offering, to prostrate, to make offering, to collect much marriage. Pray. I mean, medicine was so powerful. So I kept some of the big statue, cherish, Convention Buddha. But then I was unable to go up their mountain for a long time. So then a cherish statue was given already here for the old person. One monk was looked after too. I thought rather helping up their mountain with everything so expensive. Then already exists here in Kathmandu Bauta to help them. You know, I thought that, you know, already exists and they helped. I think it's more practical. So that I gave the medicine to the hospital so that this is outside. They kept it very nice. And so we went to consecrate to the monks, and then so they helped doctors, nurses, patients, and dead, living, everybody, for them to pray. And that's backside one Buddha. So so put Namjalma in every house. This hospital have Namjalma, did this protection in every house. So anybody who died never gets upon Lord realms, never. Any insect in the room. So every room has got. But some of the I give, but not in the room. So I think they got every room, and then the one deity that, you know, that anybody who see never get reborn in the Lord realm, this will be the last rebirth in samsara. Then you see Buddha at the time before you die. So there's unbelievable benefits, and then purify the heavy karma, kill the father, mother, arhata, cause blood, Buddha, Dishinam, Sangha, to get purified, rich species, and then avoiding holy Dharma. So if we avoid holy Dharma, the negative karma is heavier, then destroyed all the statues, stupas, sculptures, temples in this world. Worse than that, negative karma is heavier. Then you see, for example, Lama or the teacher, giving you, teaching you emptiness, but you don't understand. Oh, this teaching is not beneficial for mind. I don't want this teaching. You see, instead of I don't understand now, but hopefully I can see the picture. Instead of thinking that, oh, this teaching is no use for mind, it's kind of abandon. You abandon, kind of disrespect, abandon. So that is Dharma, like that. If you think like that, while it is Buddha teaching, oh, then not only shunyata, but in the teaching, Buddha teaching, oh, this is no use for me, oh, I give up. So you abandon instead of respect, or you disrespect, you abandon. That's the aboriginal Dharma. Aboriginal Dharma means like that. So that's so easy to happen for us. If you don't know, if you know what it means, aboriginal Dharma, then it's very easy to happen. So I have to be very careful about Dharma. So all the Buddha teaching, you don't understand. I don't understand, but hopefully I can understand the picture. You see, you keep less respect like that. Otherwise, oh, there's no use for me. Give up. Kind of like similar, some text Buddha's teaching, then you kind of you throw it out, or you throw it out, or you get it off from your place, or involves disrespect. Disrespect. Or that's the aboriginal Dharma. So this is heavier than destroyed all the temples, all the statues, scriptures, and all the whole church. So like all those nigtamas get purified by this deity. So I put this on the hospital, not many, but just one to they have this stuff there, everybody can see, in the room where everybody can see, so like that. And then do puja. I told them to do Namjalma puja for purification, unbelievable purification. Then medicine Buddha puja, each month medicine Buddha puja, that's so powerful. So this puja is for doctors, nurses, and people died there, living, and everybody. This puja. In the world, I think this is the only hospital who does the puja. In the world, there's no such thing. There's no such thing you hear. This Karuna hospital is the only one, because the director advised they follow. He follow. So he is who helped them, the manager of Kopan, to build in this incredible stupa in Thailand where I was born there. Same as Bauta, but a little bit small, but so well built. So he helped many places. To many places helped them to manage Kopan to also. Yeah, so anyway, what to say? See, so, yeah, I told him, so they've been doing for, now I think almost a year, I think. The doctors, nurses, people died, people living, for everybody. So like that, to not be reborn, Lord, yeah, so sorry, now, sorry, tea time.
Omo ahu, omo ahu, omo ahu, lama sa ge lama chöte she lama gendente Kuen yi che po lama ye lama nam la che babu.
Any question? After this, today maybe after too long, so that's enough. Too long. One is they call him Guru from far. It's an unbelievable teaching. There's a Kandala has called the Guru from far Lama, but I hardly realized Lama from Tibet. I think maybe he passed away. Yeah, but that's called Guru from far. It's very related to very high level of the Guru's activity. But this one, even Kandala, during the retreat, we did retreat Kasha in the holy place in India, Kopan Monastery, Kasha. Kasha. How it happened, the holy place. It's one very high Lama from Tibet worked for the one family, looking after sheep, looking after sheep, goat, sheep, for 20 years or a long time with the very high Lama. So one day the animal come back and then they milk. See, but they didn't have milk. So, didn't have milk. So, so next day he said, Lama told the family that he will check tomorrow. So tomorrow he was checking the mountain, the place where the animals bring. He brings the animal. So there was a lake. So there was cherish, Kopan Buddha. I think it's and he explained the news, explained what happened to the family drinking milk and water. So the cherish told him, please carry me on your back. Then after some time there will be huge noise. That time you shouldn't look at back. Don't turn back. Don't turn back. And then he turned back. And the noise happened. He turned back. That's the Dharma sentence. So there was 7 maybe Buddhas or on the white or kind of color holy body. So 7 coming after that, but these 7 went back and absorbed in the lake. So when he came to Kasha, the living generation became heavy. They became turned to rock, turned the holy body rock, strong. So he has to live there as on the family house. Long time Hindu family. So lately, I don't know how many years ago, the government built a temple for that statue, Kasha. It's a maybe 600 days. Yes, turned out statue. Before real, then turned out statue. I went there only one time. Stayed 1 month, more than a month maybe. Kandala and myself and second session, which incarnation. Then the Kailash attendant, the one from Tibet came, who led the Kalachara, his Kalachara initiation, the one who leads prayer, that and some links that monk is asked to be attended to Kandala. So we did retreat in one room. So I led the prayer in the morning. So one morning, Kandala's calling Guru from one morning, they calling Guru from Papanga. So the Kandala likes very much my calling Guru from Papanga, the lamrim, or lamrim. Other ones very high realized, the Gurus have to do the action. So that, so anyway, Kasa, the Chamba, the monk, he asked me to get the room of that, so I'm going to room of that. Then Doji Kando, preliminary practice, Doji Kando, Paipucham. So I don't remember the name. Student who asked me also in his history, somebody I met. Yeah, so we need that practice lung, not commentary but the lung. Commentary I did recent time, one Mongolian mother who was my car driver in Mongolia. I finished. I think maybe India or India and maybe some here or something that I finished anyway. Maybe Dharma I did to her. So like that, but I'm not sure there was a recorded or not, I don't remember. Yeah, so see you. Called the Guru from her, I will do English. In English, what is the English text? This from Papanga. Huh?
The brief version.
No, the wrong one. Okay. Yeah. This unbelievable teaching. If I read English, then everybody would get some understanding. So if I do Tibetan, it's very good, but you wouldn't get the understanding what it's saying. If it's done correctly in English, in the language, then you can do the lung in that. If you receive the lung original in Tibetan, then you can do in another language if it's done correctly. If it is not done correctly, better in Tibetan.
O sa shi bugi chushin me do tang rira li shin ye de gembadi san ye shin do me de bulwak chogo namda shin la chuvar shu I dam guru ratna mandala kamniya daya.
So perhaps I might have to mention why lung. Otherwise I might be lung. But first I give lung, then become lung for some people. Lung is a problem with the mind. Lung is uptightness or might become difficult. Instead of subduing this, then get angry and, like that. People come from the West, then they come here, then maybe a few months or 1 year, then they come to know about lung, not lung. Then they come to know more about lung, then also they lung. So normally looks like that, in my view. So, I plan to give the lung of the sensual nectar. That's not very long, but it's short. But it's good to extensive. It doesn't have example stories for so it's short, but it's extensive. But the words are very moving the mind, very effective, very moving the mind. So I think the Lama who did that, it didn't come finish, and then I think then they completed that. I met the incarnation in Sarah. I think when he became Geshe, when he was asked to become Geshe, then he came to see me, but I think the monks maybe didn't send up upstairs to see me. It seemed that's what he told me. So after 6 years, something, then I met him. I got the lung of the essential nectar from the second century, which now the incarnation passed away in Ladakh and Sangha, I don't know. Yeah, so pity or something, maybe pity. So which passed away. The incarnation is done as this incarnation. So I received from I think from Rinpoche's house, Dharamsala, past life. I myself, the Lama, 2 other Lamas. So I thought to lung, so you get the whole lamrim. So by doing lung, so in short time. So it's incredible. So positive mind of the whole path to enlightenment. So that brings you to enlightenment. So plant seeds in your mind. So that brings to enlightenment. So we do from that you get realization, come to understand the teachings and both meanings, then realization in your heart, then from that true obscurity gets then you achieve enlightenment. So able to free some numberless sentiments from oceans of samsara suffering and bring to enlightenment by yourself. Like that, so Yeah, so Kasure. Yeah, so before that, some talks and lamrim becomes preparation to understand some lamrim. So, but this complete lamrim. So while doing the room, then you get the whole idea. I never did this. I never did. Maybe I don't know. Not in the course, I think. I don't remember. Maybe I did for one trip, but not much. So in the course, I don't remember. So the first time such a one. Well, maybe only afternoon. So maybe I cannot finish, but within only afternoon. So. You are doing the morning also. That might maybe finish, maybe not. So in the short day, 1 or 2 days, you just tell lamrim. So in that way, so plant it, you see it in your mind to achieving that random. So there happened stories. The customer Abhidhamma Bachubandhu Pandit, there are 7 Pandits in Nalanda, so it's one of the Pandits, and Bachubandhu wrote Dharma. So he was reciting Dharma in everyday life. So on the roof there's a pigeon. Pigeon doesn't know the meaning, but he hears sound every day. So one day the pigeon died. Then he was looking, checking where he was reincarnated with his clairvoyance, checking. So that pigeon was born a human being way down in the one family house. So then he went down and he asked the family. He didn't go inside the house. He, from the door outside, he asked the family whether he can have the child, whether I can have the child. So family offered the child. So the child was the pigeon, the past life was pigeon. Why pigeon was born human being is because, you see, you have to understand, as long as Buddha Dharma, as long as it is Buddha Dharma, even though you don't understand the meaning, but just listening, it purifies your mind. By reading newspaper, it doesn't happen. Even other religions, as long as Buddha teaching has a power, effect, it purifies negative karma, defilements, and it collects merits. So, because that, pigeon got that benefit, soul, so died, then it's born a human being. But when the soul with its clairvoyance, he was born down there in family. So he went down there and he asked the family gave offered the child. So he brought up, then he became a monk, and his name is Loden. So he did 4 commentaries of the Abhidhamma, which he heard when he was pigeon. He became an expert next life. Expert. But Madhyamika had some difficulties because he didn't hear the past life much, Madhyamika. So he had some difficulties. Told me. You have to know that. So therefore, even the lung, to get the lung is so important for your quick enlightenment, to actualize the path, not only expert, to actualize the path in your heart. You see, so important. So therefore, the even lung is able. Very important. So not only expert, you are able to actualize. You are able to practice. They are able to actualize the path what's mentioned in the book, Dharma text. So then you are able to seize the gross development, subtle development, then you achieve enlightenment. Oh, you understand? Then benefit perfectly without such mistake to the sentiment. Okay? So like that. So that's gone switch. While I'm talking. Okay. So I think okay. So yeah, this affects that this life or future life become expert the meaning, and then able to practice, able to actualize the path. That's what it is, achieving life. That's what Lung does. So yeah. So receiving Lung has that effect. So then because it finish a much text subject Lung in the short time and finish. So there's commentaries that takes time, you see. So like that, okay? So please pay attention to this words, okay? So that's English should be okay, correct. I think okay, thank you very much. But you see, listen for every sentence, not just only you, I. No, not all that. Not only that, but only the I in yourself. No, there are numberless sentences, numberless helpings, numberless hungry, numberless animals. Most unbelievable suffering, can't imagine, even to hear. So numberless human, numberless spirit, numberless. So they all do not want suffering; they all want happiness, like you do. So why you don't listen to it for them to free the numberless sentiments from the oceans of samsara, bring to enlightenment by yourself, then listen to the teaching for that, okay? So not just only for even the world life, only for your own happiness, then the Dharma even only for your own happiness. No. So now you understand. Sorry, I can dispute. Go on. Yeah, I can't wait. He said that I'm talking so much, can't wait. All right. So think every word you are hearing, is made a benefit to every sentence being. Every sentence being, okay? To say, actualize the whole path to enlightenment. As mentioned, to actualize in the heart, in your heart and in the heart. Okay? And achieving enlightenment. So, quickly free from oceans, sometimes suffering, and achieving enlightenment. So please pray like that. Calling the Guru from far, a tormented well, quickly drawing forth blessing of the Guru, the inseparable Trikayas. Lama Chin, no, that's the Tibetan English. I read the English. Guru think of me, Guru think of me, Guru think of me. The wisdom of the Buddhas wanted with the great bliss, Dhammakaya, is itself the ultimate nature of all the kind Guru. I beseech you, Guru Dhammakaya, please guide me always without separation in this life, future life, and the path and the message. So this means, you see, I'm not going to talk, that's only this the Guru real meaning Guru meaning. See what do you think, what do you recognize, what you could think. When you see Guru, when you because when you remember Guru, when you meditate Guru, but the real meaning of Guru is that, this explanation, this is the highest way explain. Real meaning of Guru. Otherwise meditations, then quotations, then you wonder, then you won't be able to understand exactly, correctly. Wisdom's own illusory appearance, the conqueror with the 7 branches, is itself the ultimate basis of emanation of all kind of gurus. I beseech you, Guru Sampradaya, please guide me always without separation in this life, future life, and path. The play of various emanations, suiting the disposition of the many tributes of duty, is itself the behavior of the Sampradaya of the kind Guru. I beseech you, Guru Nimanakaya, please guide me always without separation in the life, future lives, and the path. The play of the inseparable, the 3 kayas, appearing in the form of the Guru, itself one with the very essence of all the kind Guru. I beseech you, Guru, the inseparable 3 kayas, please guide me always without separation in the life, future lives, and path. All the infinite, peaceful, wrathful idams are idams, mindful, multitude. Wrathful idams are also the Guru's nature. And since no idam exists apart from the kind Guru, I beseech you, Guru, who comprises all the idams, please guide me always without separation in this life, future life, and the path. The ordinary form of all the Buddhas arise in that way to Guru. Therefore, no Buddhas are observed apart from the kind Guru. I beseech you, Guru, who comprises all the Buddhas, please guide me always without separation in this life, future life, and path. The very form of all inquiry, all conquers, wisdom, compassion, and power arises as Guru. Therefore, the Supreme Arya, Savior of the 3 types, are also the kind Guru. I beseech you, Guru, who combines the 3 types in the one, 3 types in one, please guide me always without separation in this life, future life, and the past. The 105 and 3 types, however, many elaborated are the Guru, the pervasive master in whom they are all inclusive is also Guru. I beseech you, Guru, as master of all the types of Buddha, please guide me always without separation in this life, future life, and path. The creator of all the Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, and Sangha is the Guru. The one who combines all the 3 tributes is the kind of Guru. I beseech you, Guru, whose presence combines all the tributes, please guide me always without separation, this life, future life, and the path. Thinking of how the actual form of all the Buddhas arise in the aspect of Guru, and mercifully guide me, remind of Guru. So this is very, very important every day to practice. Remember, thinking of how you show the excellent, unmistaken path to me, and unfortunate recipe abandoned by all the Buddhas, remind me of you, Guru, or remind me of you, Guru. Thinking of this excellent body, highly manipulable and difficult to obtain, and wishing to take its essence with unerring choice between gain and loss, happiness and suffering, remind me of you, Guru. thinking of the experience of not knowing what to do when the great fear of death suddenly descended upon me, reminded me of Guru. Thinking of the experience of just now suddenly separating from all the professions of this life and going on alone reminded me of your Guru. Thinking of the experience of my naked body falling into the terrifying fires of the hell and being unable to bear it remind me of you, Guru. Thinking of how the suffering of the hunger and thirst without a drop of water is directly experienced in the unfortunate further realm reminding me of you, Guru. Thinking of how very repulsive and wretched it is to become a foolish, stupid animal, and what it would be like to experience it myself reminding me of you, Guru. Thinking of a refuge to protect me from this, since I'm now about to fall into the wretched state of bad migration, remind me of you, Guru. Thinking of how white and black actions are experienced and how to practice through the precise engagement and restraint, remind me of you, Guru. Thinking of a method to escape this prison of endless existence, the source of all suffering, remind me of you, Guru. Thinking of the plight of my beautiful old mother, pervasive space, fallen amidst the fearful oceans of samsara and tormented there, reminder of you, Guru. Therefore, Guru, please bless me to generate in my mental condition effortless experience of the profound principle of the path and to stages. Please bless me to strive in one point of the three training with the intense thought of renunciation. In order to reach this secure state of devotion, please bless me to trend in the praise of the Supreme Bodhisattva with a special attitude, taking responsibility to liberate all the Magiri bring to my alone. Please bless me to follow after the ocean of concurrence with the will to cross to the very end of the great waves of deeds of the conquered sun. Please bless me to realize the supreme view free from the extremes, in which emptiness and dependent arising, appearance and emptiness complement each other. Please bless me coolly to generate the experience of taking the trika into pass, wrapping the basis of birth and death in bottom. Please bless me to rise as the illustrated divine body itself, the play of the four joys and the four emptiness, of the wind and mind absorbed in the central channel. Please bless me to meet the ultimate Guru, the bare face of my inner mind, with the covering of the perception of a true existence, perceiving it as true mood. Please bless me to be one with your three secret Guru in the vast Dharmakaya of the great bliss, which has exhausted the elaboration of the true Buddha to obscurations. In short, please abide inseparably in the center of my heart until the great enlightenment. And mercifully bless me, the child, to follow after you, the father. Guru, think of me, Guru, think of me, Guru, think of me. Okay, that's it, finish. Yeah. So next one is the room of the oral transmission of the discontentment Buddha. So maybe it's late tonight. Live late. Just long, so that's very short. You have this country. It's a rich program I share in the Kopan. That's very short. That makes the time shorter. That makes the close a little late, but this makes very short time. Okay, all right. This I think came from Ramatungaba. I think it's 13 golden Dharma. It's one of them. A very special purification. Such a country is the eater, the Dagini, burning fire bridges. What was when my finger touched and what came out was Kamala was producing in a house down Bauda. Think Juliet. It's when it's mentioned that I should impose the protector and as a position. So that's the first time I thought he was producing the protector came through. But before that, it was the protector inviting in the showing the aspect coming, all without that there's the difference in the reality. I have 19 gurus, so she's one. One woman who's a guru is the counselor. So that, okay. Yeah, then to benefit from all the sentiments, think that again, bodhicitta. Okay? Namo Guru da chal sachikandu chite shuso Namo Guru mentu goye shimbe bambaru unyina mime dana tsimbotu vego tambatanga tandrigam jamsa tachikandu ratu nembendu tunga malu chivena titum kandu tambetar juruba chise za tsire tongbar nimuche pende patala chite tangdiriche Diri dizon jame taba chusu jeba da chije kandu jinsi jeba dobala Tinla me tagwen che la timdo simje undata Chebra matsu che taman chige tundu nyewa nyewa yuza besan jika wanta bacha Te chuda tuje kandu ge jinsi la chu nyamba sumso cha tini Beta mete me sang Omo sang sang babe jang 동배 ngāngli jīme rādhuwa bāyū sū hundā hundu jere chūmi tō tējē kato guzā tēngā nā shē chī nye jē jīsīm chūgī chīmbi fundiga chīgā chīngwā shiāngdu tāng chīm chō nāmba chī chība tōba kāmbu ngā yī ujīn tō lōma ngā chū tō chīrā chāngwā Taba ge chinda chini chū nyamu chā chū nyamu tam chīyōng chō chō pā Diri chāmba lā pāpi chīgī chāma nyi tūmbura shīgī chīwa oma chīmba ākabā chīwa rō oma kāwa chīmba āma būtu wā ngōmba Tēli wā chū chū rā chīgī nindi kumā tānda rī chība chīyāntam ta wamba mo jemba jo ole wangur bejibe ujemba jo choba la tieson on bazata ga ta pariwara akamne shita bagechwe migitji the jene kevati jingo somon the condola chata chevito tenera tamadane benigara divi wasame panava Davaramle meji marbo article the news so am lunga jumbo pamale usutribe gosinga tritan nabe number gute pamla timo gulu yagal the nejote member me ochechi oje baudene no go to ambate barajina number junetela the Shado so vara samala ombazaka kaka kai sapa bandana bamuguru so tagiya chako tuam bana sabiti badante batam digis so achije bada tirimendo atini mandu cha chu nga chu jela. So here in the prayer, only your own karma development collected from beginningless rebirth. The indigenous samayas be pacified. So only relate to yourself. But I think you should, yours and all sentiments, should do that. Yours and all sentiments. Karma development and indigenous samaya collected from beginningless birth are totally purified. So then Sesame Street, because all the negative karma collected from beginning to all absorb the black palm comes out, comes out from the mouth and comes out, the absorbed sesame seed in the plate. The palm spiders absorb to that, then spider, then the baranya, so spider, no spider, so skipping, yeah. So then from there you take pieces. So what you get from between the two fingers, this here, then you take this, then like that. You take like this, then like that. This is Lama explained when you bring Pai Buddha, when you offer things, so do that. So only this, then you offer. So this is, so you can think all sentient beings need karma absorb the palm, then all absorb to this scorpion. You can think it not only yours, but also you can think that. Yeah, so over like that. So visualize deity. If you don't have a statue, you visualize deity in the fire. So like that. But if you have a statue, then you see, even you could not visualize the real deity. Sometimes the mind get tired, whatever. Then the statue there, so you just offer, on the holy mouth of the statue. Not small statue, big statue. So this big statue, they can buy the Kopan should have one. So this much, maybe you can buy this. So if you have statues, it's very easy, over in the holy mouth. So downstairs higher, so onto the statue. So the statue is made. Jabjaki is much advanced how the deity is sitting. So it's much advanced. There's few different ways, so much advanced, correct way. So statue then is very easy to offer. You get the merit, humble merit, and so purification. Those you have to visualize. So like that, well, maybe makes it easy to have a statue. But if you have a statue, then any time, whenever you have time, you can do that, you see, purification. So like that. Oh, yeah, generally you can do that. Or you have a preliminary practice, certain number to do, then, so it helps not only you, but purify all sentiment, not only motivation, bodhicitta, but even here is a nigirkama, all the sentiment. So good, unbelievable. So, yeah. For example, summertime I go Pakistan, Papa, what a problem. Then go to Afghanistan, so Afghanistan, but problem. Then what different countries in time, not so there. So here, you see, what is needed to purify the nigirkama. All the problems come from nigirkama. All the problem what is come from nigirkama. So you're purifying all the problem, the nigirkama, come from nigirkama, purify the nigirkama. So it's fantastic. So the real thing to have is that. So you want to have so those different people, even just people who do unbelievable suffering. I see. It's so good to have that. Well, so now COVID is so much increase in China. So I was thinking to organize puja. River Sangchu is the Nyingma. Not in the Gilwa, but in Solukumbu, it's very common, like somebody do every day. So this is very, very good to come out work for the stop the COVID increasing in China. So to organize, do one day we organize. The monks here, some of the monks learned, because a monk with a pointed dagger, so some of them learned how to do so. Anyway, so or maybe from outside, monks from where I was born, the monks, there are some monks. So anyway, we do that. So there's also puja, purifying the pollution, pollutions, holy objects, temples, a family house. You can do the holy objects and the pollution that happened, purify yultu, so even the whole country in the pollution that happened, and you can purify. So beginning of the COVID, Kandala organized this Tintu and then Pema Sambhava incense offering the purification and so offering and put things together and did Nam Buddha, where Buddha gave holy body to the tiger, that, and then also Swayambhu, and also Nam Buddha, half place, maybe 3 times today. Then Kopan Monastery, down there we did Bhai Puja. Each Lama did Bhai Puja. There was that Kandala and there's Sanjay Bajamijin. There's an abbot from Kopan Monastery. So, Bhai Puja. Then did puja on the hill. The incense puja and did the half place, maybe 2, 3, and so some place 2, like that. So we did. So beginning of the COVID, So, but when you do this, not only think of yourself, but you see even somebody who died, your friend or your enemy or your friend or anyway somebody who died, you can also do that, purify that person in the karma. You see, you can do also that. It's a great benefit. So It got very powerful as the Lama took up. So, research mantra and at the same time, this Nigrikama, he was also there. And opening the mouth of the deity, all three should be together. Teaching recite mantra and opening this, the deity's holy mouth. Oh, it should be together. Not one before, after, not. It's the same thing for all the rest of the five Buddha. I remember something. Oh yes, when I was traveling in Tibet. There's so many people who ask to blow their ear. No, please, sorry, eye. Sorry, eye. So many people, mostly I think lady. I don't know why, women. So I think because so much corruption, so many bad things happened in the countries after taken by common Chinese. So many bad things, so much destruction, so much Kalibani holy beings, destroyed temples and things. So it's a pollution happens so much in the country. It looked like that when I went in Tibet. Even the mountains looks like crying. Even the mountains is kind of very depressed. Power is gone. The power of the country, the power of the mountain is kind of gone. And even they like crying, see, like that. My feeling was power potential to gone, like that. So, but except Pandalamo Lake, you see, with the area from Thapo, the Japamagat Guru's monastery Thapo, from there, then it's the Pandalamo Lake where many high lamas incarnation was born, see. Sure, that lake, not only that, but anything you want to ask. So that part is not degenerative power, it's strong. The energy of the mountains living very strong. That part. So it's the feeling of that. So unbelievable beautiful, that part, so beautiful. So the Pandalama Lake is there, on the mountain there. Then here, the flowers grow like this. So it says in the pilgrimage book, it says like offering scarf, flowers like that. And then the flowers also turning towards the lake. It says in the pilgrimage this paper, it says that's that. So the flowers, almost all the flowers are almost like that. So different flowers grow. Then on the way there's a lake, Linkasa. It's famous about its impermanence. Small lake, but also pretty there. Pretty your life there. So would we go through that and then up to the Pandalama Lake. So first day didn't show anything, but second day with the Puja and then Pandalama Puja, then some snow, kind of tiny, very tiny, and snow. It's drips. It's like this. It's like a tent. It's like moving like this, moving around like this, in a way, tiny snow, kind of like that. I think this is Pandalama, but you don't drive down Pandalama, but goes like that in the sky, and then lay it down there. So so different people see water question put it like that. In our group, but Geshe Lama control is what there. Geshe Lama control the Stripa. He was there, and he could see not Pandalama, but all the just except Pandalama, but all the round things he could see completely, except just Pandarama. Then when he arrived to Australia, at that time, then what he saw, and Pandarama, like one lady offered vase to fill up flower. So that actually happened in the Chinese Institute Center. He saw that. That actually happened. What he saw is Pandarama like. So anyway, what I want to tell is story. So the women, they asked me to blow on the eye. So I thought to do then do you too. You can purify the pollution of the country, whole world. You can do that. So I did that one day. This is a little bit of gossip. That's a real story. So I thought to this because so many people ask, So I thought to that. There's a Lama Jiba Dushita who many years who did the offering, the Gomba and all this. He did 3 year Samadhi retreat. He's a really good monk and a contaminated mind. Not contaminated, but full contaminated. He's a very good monk. So, yeah, then he did ourselves. We need to make dramas and help the people to retreat, the Bible and he was there. There was Lama Ishi's brother, son. I don't know his name. Yeah, he was there. And later met one Lincoln Lama who is now married in future in New York. He was there. Channel Yamari, Rangayora. She was there. So I thought I didn't do it, and I thought to not rain that time, but to not rain after initiation, Chinese initiation. So to not rain during that time, but to rain afterwards. I thought. I didn't speak, but I thought. But then, see, after that, I did initiation with the end of the tent. I told the Lama's brother, what about Chinese if they cause problems? He says, it doesn't matter. He says, do this, whatever happens, it doesn't matter. He says, but I did. I did half preparation in nunnery. The Lama, his past life was the abyss from the nunnery, he said. So that's nunnery. I did the preparation, I did that. Then I think I did the initiation in the tent. So many people came and the Shrimp party. But then near the end of the initiation, it auspicious sign passing through the end of the initiation. Then strong wind came, then rained after initiation. Exactly happened what I can't request to say. So exactly, strong wind came, then rained. After initiation, then we had to leave it run. Like that. So you see, so this purific thing you do, this helps for everybody, But what you blow to everyone, and then some people don't get so. If you do this, you can use it for the valley, for the village, for the country, for the whole world. You can do that. So it's very, very good to yeah. So here, membership of the they do. Yeah. You should also. Tell me, Roy, to him the child. Judo Nash and Sugar Chevrolet, but the major generations at the number of us like about the Jagan and draw to Jamal Lavatis or go to that area, the deity, that area, Deva is Udruma. Udruma is about the college, they pray, this is what they protect, one of they protect, Udruma, female. So she is the protector of that area. So I think it's like that connection. Yeah. So one lady got Tigma as a protector intelligence, and then so happy because 20 years nothing happened. This when I came in there, I did my students, the Western people, I did the room of the Queer Samaj text and the Hydra text. So when the Tibetans came from different villages, dressed up in something, so I read his own Dharma's book, the red green book. It was Dharma in half. Then half what the Chinese say something but didn't do. So the main things like that. So I didn't finish. So I did the next day on the field near Lama Ishi's family house. So many people who were not there came. So I read their part also like that. Those times I didn't get any katsure. There wasn't anything saying you can't do that. That time it's more relaxed debate. Like that. So happy. And instructor came, and she danced, and she came home, kata, and she asked me to bring stillness in Tibet. And even among the devas, people have so much problem, the wars, but among the devas also they have so much problem among the devas, so much suffering. So she mentioned that. Then you don't touch into the fire dies. In the you don't touch the fire. You don't move. Me much with the mirror. After the fire died, after the fire stopped, then the ashes, not hashish, but ashes. Then you put, then you take it in the clean place. So I don't know river or some the clean place you put it there. So this practice is so powerful to purify negative karma development, and the teaching is something about to restore up. To peaceful obstacles. If you have obstacles, then so highly pressed is that you can fight Buddha, so highly pressed to dispel the inner obstacles. So great blessing. So said Rabbi Dara, Jalame Deshing Sungbima, so this is taught by Bajadara. The Hadore. Tugi jalame tugi chisi chebichi the chavaleso jalame tugi juice lama tungabase very hard practice, very important practice. They said it was called golden Dharma, special golden Dharma. This text to combat the pendulum the I don't know, third pendulum or something, third or fourth. Jebadini Bainci that's it. God finish. Thank you very much. Chanjo Sanjo Rembo Jema Jebana.
Sashi Bugge Chushime Totam Rira Linshini de Gambadi Sange Shindo Mete Bulwargi Token Namdashin La Chuvarash Idam Guru Ratna Mandala Kamniya Tayami.
Tuye tawa rinpo jima jiba nan ji jeba nyamba meba ye kone kondo beba tsara kondo jawa tsonga we te chu chini ngusen jebe tu jebe nga be lan zan tinye kishe zanyang toba mo ju jeme chu namda tsame chindan de la chen je se chebe nyinde da san chu ke rinye nan chu je lo san jabe tendan jawa ra ju to become Lama Tunga, Katara, Isunda Lama, all the to benefit them, okay? Very important prayer. Oh, Banda Lama, Jigo, Chindawa, Godango, Teta, Chingan, Jiji, Senjo, Sambo, Chindawa, Tenda Gunanda, Soju, Bandela mena bata bala ke chetanya lota me yeje jendela batu amugu la me chela samlan jubarasho bedan to amagu bijin wa pasa jesam jera wa gunda sambate wa chisho did all the past bits and which I managed to call the three I managed to call the made a war of having disease, torture, poverty, sickness, all that. Be pacified immediately in this world and all the dangers of earth, of fire, water, wind, all that pacified immediately in this world and this world filled with perfect peace, happiness, including enlightenment by general loving kindness, compassion, bodhicitta in everyone's heart. And then Katsura did all that part of it, which I made it to close by me, I made it to close by the Buddhas. Oh, then, yeah. Any sentient being that I see, that I hear, that I remember, touch, and all that is by that, any sentient being see me, touch me, remember me, think of me, hear the voice, and just by that, may all the suffering be pacified immediately, and it's being enlightened. And then by receiving my body, excited body to the result, the loving compassion thought in everyone's heart and soul. Oh, then did all the past, the best of it, I made it to collect by me, I made it to collect by numberless sentiments, numberless Buddhas. That which is merely inputed by the mind, where the eye is merely inputed by the mind. So they achieve the Buddhahood, which is merely inputed by the mind. Lead all the sentiments, that which is merely inputed by the mind. To that Buddhahood, which is merely imputed by the mind. Then led to that by myself alone, who is also merely imputed by the mind. Jamal Bhavya Chita Chimbato Kundu Samboti and the Chita Kunji Chazandal Kawati Jatan Jeratuma, Tutsibi Jawatan Jim, Mohakana Chutangawatan Dagave Savati, Samboti Jeratum or I did all the merits the same way. Then particularly the animated to characters by taking the percept and the mind and the percepts. Oh, then it's 3 times brothers dedicate their marriage. In the same way, I'll dedicate my marriage. Oh, then there's so much kindness in there. Yeah, they're long, request long life and all that. Jite kamande peide maleba sambe no kote Thank you very much. Good night.